Are y'all ready? Y'all got your sunglasses on? Because this is about to be a ray of sunshine. Hello, beautiful!
And you're so gorgeous.
Oh, thank you, Mama. So let me tell you what. I know that this is going to be an amazing night. You want to know why?
Why?
I have so many difficulties. Now, I'm looking at you right now. I can see you, but I only got on one contact because I couldn't get the other one in. Girl, I tried to get the other one in like 1,000 times. And you know what? So I see half of you clearly, but it's okay because you're beautiful. You're Ray.
As long as you can see my lips. Can you see my lips?
Yeah, I can see them lips, girl. Look, and I'm sitting here because I meant to tell you your products. What I wanted was sold out because I wanted to call my name to have my lips today.
As soon as it's back in stock, yours has your name on it. Huh? Tasia is gonna be on it.
Tasha.
Wait a minute. Do you know it's Tasha and we call you Tasia Grant?
I know. Because
wait a minute, and you also know why, right?
Yes.
Because of Asia.
Yes, and I know it's spelled like that. It's so funny because a fellow actor of mine, when he first met me, he thought it was pronounced Tasia, so he calls me Tasia all the time now. But it's Tasha.
Thank you for being so great, and that is so horrible, Tasia. Would you? I can't stand for people to mess up names.
It is fine.
I get it. Well, but I know that. I spent time. Why would my brain, girl?
It's all love. I love the yellow on you. It's so gorgeous.
Thank you, my dear sister. I'm just trying to be nice and bright. I'm ready to get out of the house, but I know we can't go anywhere. You know what I mean?
I know.
Safely, so I need to do stuff to make me feel like.
I know. Okay, so let me welcome everybody. Y'all, thank you. I see everybody coming on here. You all, I'm so excited to have you on here. I know that my sister, Asia, is going to be joining us tonight as well, so I know she's going to give her a shout out to you.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. But welcome to my show, Still Standing. I'm Tasia Grant. I know it looks like Tasia, and it's not to call her out. I say that at the beginning of every segment because for those of you who don't know me, I know it looks like Tasia. But Mama told me it's Look, Mama told me it comes from Anastasia. Think of that in that light. And so it is.
And I will never forget
Grant.
it. Exactly, Anastasia. Exactly.
So I am so excited, y'all. So this show is inspired by my forthcoming memoir entitled Still Standing. And basically the book talks about a lot of my trials and tribulations and my triumphs in my life. And so I bring kindred spirits on here to share the same thing, to talk about not just the trials and tribulations, but the triumph. So that's the part that I get excited about getting to. And I let everyone who has been coming on here, I thank you for your support because people are engaged. People really are inspired by these stories because it lets people know you're not alone. You're not alone. Like anything that you've been through, there is somebody else who's been through it. But the flip side is there's also somebody who's come out of it, who has success stories. So that should be inspiring to you that even if you're going through, somebody has gone through, but it also somebody else has triumphed through it. And so I only bring people on here, as y'all know, what I always say, who keep it 100, who don't mind showing the real them, because we want people to know all of us are real. We all go through it. I'm a mama first, my most proud role. I am an actress. I am a speaker. I'm a motivator. I'm a life changer. I'm a chronic self-improver. So I'm a coach because I love to help other people improve as well. And this is also part of my purpose and my life.
Your name is not Tasia. It's Tasia. Hello, anybody listening? Maybe I did that too because the first time we spent some time together for real, we were drinking wine. Remember that?
Sure were. Look,
maybe that's why.
Wait a minute, and I was about to tell y'all, she right, because let me tell y'all how we met. So first of all, you all know this is the beautiful, fabulous, most talented songstress, Avery Sunshine. I don't even have to introduce her. You all know who she is, but I'm gonna tell you, I actually met her because she was wonderfully supporting my nephew who aspires to do the same thing that she does.
He's
So
so
most of you know that my sister, my brother-in-law are kindred the family. So their son, Akil, is pursuing that same career. And Avery and Anthony David were there supporting him.
That's right.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what kind of people I keep in my circles, where they actually uplift people and help other people to achieve what they've achieved.
That's
and so
right.
I had the pleasure of meeting her, and she was so sweet, because the funny thing is, you told me your real name and what to call you by, and I was like, okay, remember that. Just so you got to call. Look, so now y'all talk real talk, and we shared some personal stuff, information, even in that time. First time meeting each other, we drank some wine, like you said.
We drank a lot of wine.
We drank a lot of wine.
I did. Or I did. I need another one. Wanted like a bottomless glass of wine, and it was a wine tasting or something that kept bringing. It was
so good.
It was
and her spirit it reminded me of my sister. And I knew why Asia was so endeared to her. And I guess she must have gravitated towards me, because me and my sister are much alike as well.
Yeah.
But literally, it was just like this right here. Her energy and her spirit, I want to keep that around. She's good people. And I know right now during COVID, I want to talk about that. So how has that been for you and your family? I know you have a daughter and two sons, and your hubby, Big Dave, right?
Yeah. Yes.
How y'all doing?
And now we're doing great, because now we have 3 more kids.
Wait a minute.
So
okay, wait a minute. Explain.
God has bequeathed unto us 3 more children, an 8-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 15-month-old. And the truth is, we are co-parenting with my sister. These are my sister's grandchildren.
Okay.
From Philadelphia.
Okay.
And my sister and my mother moved down here about 10 years ago to help me take care of my children when I was going through my divorce.
Okay.
And my sisters had a lot of tragedy. Both of my nephews, 2 of my sister's sons were both murdered.
Oh, wow. So sorry to hear that.
So, so she had my dear sister. So she had, my niece was her only surviving child, and that niece has 3 children.
Okay.
And my sister is the guardian of all of those children.
Okay.
She moved down here to Atlanta to help me take care of Mom, because those roles have shifted, right? Mom and Dad were helping me to take care of my babies, and now it's time to. So with all that being said, Dana and I are co-parenting with my sister, and my helping the 3 kids. So I've got high chairs, wipes, Legos that I done stepped on the way up to get on my IG. You ever stepped on a Lego with your bare
Girl,
feet?
I got 2. So of course. I think I still got an imprint from that.
Girl! So that's what you know what, I can't complain, Tasia. I cannot. I tell you, we were nervous and afraid. We didn't know what it was going to look like. But when you're called to something greater, you just go.
Yeah.
You figure it out. And you know that if God has called you to it, that it's so corny, but it's true. If God has called you to it, God will bring you through it, right?
Yeah. Well, that's that village mentality. And I know that I stand by that. In our culture,
yes,
that's like a big deal. That's a big thing. Village mentality, that it shouldn't be just you who's reliable. You have, your grands, you have your matriarchs, you know, and me and my sister grew up. Our cousins were like our siblings.
Exactly.
We call them sister cousins, brother cousins, because we all kind of grew up together. We'd all spend weekends, 10 of us in the same house, while our parents went out and partying and do whatever they did as young parents.
Because it takes everybody. It takes the wisdom of the grandma. It takes the energy of the younger auntie. It takes the interest of the older cousin. It takes all of that. Because if you try to do it alone, I recall raising my kids alone, and their father was present, but those moments when it's just you and your kids at the house.
Yes.
You're working and they need your attention
Yeah.
and you can't give it to them, or you don't even notice it. I'm going to tell you something funny. My baby boy, who is 18, he was talking to me one day and he would just talk my ear off. And then mom, and then this mom, and then not, mom, you're interested, and then the Ninja Turtles, and the Ninja Turtle, and I would tune him out. So after a while, I just wouldn't even hear him. It's oh God, I'm Evan, mommy, sorry. But he said this one particular day, he said, I didn't hear him, but he said, mom, Avery Sunshine. And I said, yes. I said, oh, they gonna take my children away from me, Lord. Please don't take my children. Oh, how many times did he call? He told me this. I said, Mom, 20 times.
And you answered to say
Every sunshine. Yes, baby. Yet again, but you don't even realize, Tasia, that's happening when you are 27, 28, raising kids, and your brain is on trying to make sure that they eat and the lights stay on and shoot and concerned about, am I going to be single for the rest of my life with these kids? What's going to happen with this? Is, the daddy not paying child support? What am I going to do? I need to lose some weight. I got to do. All of this stuff is going through your head.
Yes.
And the kid is like, I want to tell you about Ninja Turtles.
And wait a minute, and that's just as important to him.
It's just as important, which is why that village is so important. We pick up for each other when the other one is, I don't want to hear about Ninja Turtles. My mom does.
Yes. Yes.
And the kids are able to get what they need and understand about village.
Yes.
And understand the boundaries. Sometimes mommy is not available in that space. Sometimes, and because that's the other piece as women, I'm going to give you every bit I got. You can have it all. You can't I can't give you all of me all of the time.
Yeah. You know what? It's interesting because I think people don't understand, like, really the capacity of being a single parent and even adjusting. If you didn't start off that way,
Ooh.
we adjust to it becoming that way.
Yes.
And again, we're trying to manage our own emotional and mental sanity.
Yes.
Then we're still trying to manage theirs because that's our job and that's what we're supposed to do. But we're human beings, and so we don't always have it together.
Oh, I told them last week, everybody here at the house, I'm changing my name. If one more person says mom or Denise or Avery, wife, anything, I'm changing it to Beth.
Well, you want to know what's funny? My mom, Asia, will tell you this. So mommy, I don't know if you remember this, but I think Asia was a baby at the time, but it used to be a show called, I feel like it was Dinosaurs or something. And the babies used to call the mama mommy.
Yes.
Daddy used to be called Not the Mama.
Not the mama.
Oh,
it
mommy
and
told us her name was Not the Mama. when she didn't want to hear from us, she didn't want us to talk to her, she'd be like, I'm not the mama. I'm not the mama. That was her name.
Not the mama. I remember that show when they would say that. Not the mama. Not. Forgot about that. You're right.
So that was mommy's name when she didn't want to be called. Who's that? I'm not the mama.
Not.
So, okay. So speaking of that, and doing that, going through that process on your own, and you talked about, am I going to be single with these kids all this time?
Yeah.
So I want to talk about, I know that you're not, and I know that changed.
Yeah.
And so I also know that I want you to tell me about, I know that there was an album called 264.
2064.
2064, I'm sorry, 2060, the year 2064.
Uh-huh.
The year 2064.
Yeah.
That was inspired by some events. Can we talk about that?
Yeah, so I prayed unto the Lord, and and God heard my cry. She heard my cry. Mother, Father, God. So no, the truth is, I never ever thought I would be married again, and I jumped into my first marriage because of what I thought I was supposed to do and how things were supposed to look. Okay, yes, I was pregnant before I got my first. So I was like, oh, Lord, I got to be married. I can't have this baby. I don't care.
Right.
And my mother said to me, I'll never forget it. I called her, she was on her way back from Italy. She was just always doing something, right? And I said, Mommy, she said, what? I'm about to go to the Isle of Capri. And I'm like, okay, but look, I need to tell you something. I'm pregnant. And she said, wait a minute, I can't hear you. Wait a minute. Yes, I'm coming. Yeah, bring me a glass of wine. She's doing all. I'm like falling apart, nervous and sick. What is she going to think of me? What is the feeling? And she said, listen, you don't have to get married.
Mm.
It blew my mind.
Mm.
But guess what? I did anyway. It was so much a part of what I thought life was supposed to look like and what I was supposed to do. Because I'm the child of two folks who were married.
Yeah.
Excuse me. My sisters and brothers. My mother had two. My father had one. Then they came together and had me.
Okay.
So I understand. I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to have kids I'm not going to do that. Because see, that ain't the way it's supposed to be.
Right.
So I did that, and I knew the night of my wedding, I knew that was, this is what's really amazing about me and Dana though. The night of my wedding, well, I'll say it like this. Dana played the guitar at my wedding, and my ex-husband played the piano at Dana's wedding.
Oh, wow.
And I say that, and Dana always says, that's not as West Virginia as it sounds. Don't be telling people that. We not like me. My point in saying that is, for years, we had been on this parallel path. Had no idea. No idea.
I just got pierced.
You hear me? It's
Yeah.
a real thing, and we didn't know. I mean, that close. And
me and you gonna talk offline. Yeah.
Oh, come on, because I'll get you together. No, but there is something to be said for listening and listen. Bottom line, just kind of going with the flow and going with the journey. I don't believe we would be where we are without those other situations. Yeah. We needed those so that we would absolutely know that what we were doing was ordained and is right.
Come on.
So I don't regret any of that.
But and at the time, at that age, in that journey, it made sense for you then.
Exactly.
We are not even those people anymore.
Is she speaking to that? If she's speaking to somebody, would you wave a hand or send a heart? I cannot do a heart. How do I push a heart?
We're not those people anymore.
And we have to forgive ourselves. And when people tell you, oh, you gonna get a divorce, you ain't supposed to ever get a divorce. But wait a minute, I am not who I was. So do I stay here and I just melt into this nothingness? Or do I acknowledge and honor the change that is happening in me and just be honest about it? Say, this is not working for me anymore. Okay.
Yeah.
That's it. It's not working for me anymore. And that's exactly what I did in my first marriage. I'm sorry, what were you going to say?
No, go ahead.
Yeah, that's what, and it took me a minute to say that. It took him saying to me, listen, the house is going into foreclosure. I knew a year before he said that I was supposed to leave, and I didn't. I'm going to stay because I got these children. I am not going to do that. Ain't no way. A whole year. He said, listen, we need $10,000 by the end of the day today. You know, it's not a lot of money to me, but we need that by the end of the day. And I was like, I needed you to say that. I really needed to hear you say that. Awesome. I got on the phone. I said, hey, Mom, look, I need to bring the kids to you indefinitely, but I got to find somewhere to live.
Wow.
And of course, my mother's like, man, you know, you got to do it, you know.
That village.
Say it again.
That
The
village.
village. The village. So it was about 2 months that the children were with Mom. Moved in with my god sister, and for about a year, I went after 2 months. I went to get the children from Chester, PA, where Mom was, and 2-bedroom apartment with my god sister. She had 2 children, and I had 2. So she was in her room with 2, and I was in my room with 2. And you, again, I don't regret any of that. I don't regret any bit of that.
You know, and you shouldn't. You shouldn't,
Yeah.
because
And
look
then I
at
fast
your,
forward.
your life
Yes.
right now. And what I wanted to say to you, you said something pivotal about, like, oh, you made the statement how back then you were like, I need to stay for the kids and do this for the kids. And that's the mentality that most people have.
Yes.
But in my maturity, I realized sometimes, in some cases,
Yes.
you're doing a disservice for your kids, because we're creating the image for
Yes.
our children of what
Right.
marriage looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not stupid.
Absolutely.
They want what they want. But you also have to look and say, okay, they're watching.
Yes.
Watching. And just like they feel the same energy I feel,
Yes.
I want them to see the example of
Absolutely.
what it's supposed to be like, so they can
Yes.
strive for that.
Absolutely.
Don't want them to see an example of just existing, or
Yeah.
just being, or
Yeah.
just being able to say, I'm married, or just
Yeah.
have the title. I want them to value it and to know what to strive for. And so,
Exactly.
yes, you making that decision maybe did them a service
Well,
at the
the,
time.
the the truth is, they told it. So I made that decision, and then they told me that Dana. They were like, well, "Can you guys just get married?" They did. So Dana had his biological son, and then my 2 biological, and of course but all 3 of the kids. What, y'all, why don't y'all just go ahead and get married? It makes sense to us. What are y'all doing? Tasha and my father, God rest his soul. I think Dana and I were both still married at the time, but we were just working with Avery Sunshine or whatever.
Right.
And my father said, "That's your husband." I said, "You don't say anything like that. How dare you, Dave? You don't do that." Again, our paths were so we didn't even see it, and I am clear that we needed all the other stuff that happened in our lives. If we had seen it, maybe we would have we would have filed it up somehow. You know what I mean?
God kept y'all
God,
apart during that time for a
for a
reason.
reason. For a
He
reason.
was getting y'all ready
Listen.
during that time, girl.
So when we decided about this, when we decided to get married, I we were actually handling some business, and we were at our accountant's office, and our accountant was talking to us, and we at that time both of us said we will never ever get married again. My divorce was long and drawn out. His was, I mean, divorce can just be like, Lord, my mama told me not to do that. So I was like, both of us said, we will never get married. Whatever this is going to be this. We're good. And we're at our accountant's office, and our accountant said, you could, if you do this and you do that, you can save money and blah, 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 for the business, just saying. So we get in the car. I was in my car. He was in his car. And he called me on the phone. He's driving behind me. And he was like, we should probably get married. Wait a minute. And this is what I did. Really? I'll call you back. Girl, I think I called my mama. I called my sister. Girl, I'm getting married. And listen, and guess when? We gonna get married. I mean, I went.
I love it. I love it.
Because, but this is after saying I would never, ever, that thing, it is, I'm learning to, Tasha, I'm learning to be like water, and I'm learning to go with how I'm feeling, and I'm learning to unlearn a lot of stuff, a lot of these lies that either I've gotten these from externally or stuff that I've made up myself. It's okay to want to be married. It's okay to be excited about it. It's okay if you don't want to be married.
Right.
It's okay if you change your mind. It's okay. And I gave myself permission to be okay with saying I did want to be married. I wanted to be married to him. And
Girl, don't make me fall out.
It's okay to do that. We tell ourselves it's not okay to wear a particular thing. It's not okay to wear red lipstick. It's not okay to, if you're over a certain weight, it's not okay to let people see your cleavage. It's not, stop all that. Whatever it is okay for you. It might not, you might not be able to tell someone what's okay for them. But for you, give yourself permission to be.
Can you say that again? Can you say that again?
You go your way, I'll go mine, and I'll see you when we get wherever God is destined for each of us to be. Our place of happiness, that's just it. And I can't tell you what's right for you any more than you can tell me what's right for me.
That's speaking to people here. Everybody's just like, yes, you are speaking the language that people need to hear, for real.
And we learn to mute those feelings. We're told, don't do that. You shouldn't do this. No, listen, you are an overweight Black woman. This is not, and you in your 30s, this is not the business for you. You're not going to make it. You might only sell 400-500 CDs. I wouldn't try to be an independent artist if I were you. Yeah. You need to lose some weight. You should do this. You need to sound more like this. Hey, Aretha Franklin, you feel her space. Why don't you make your music sound more like hers? Mm-hmm. All of this external information coming in, you'll be confused. Is it my voice or what?
It's too many voices. It's too many voices. And I feel like with maturity and with age, which I love, I proudly say I'm 48, about to be 49.
I'm 45, about to be 46.
Girl,
yes.
Because with age and maturity comes filters.
Yes.
I'm grateful for the filters, because you got to have it with all this coming at you from every direction. You have to be able to filter. You have to be able to apply it to your life.
Yes.
Because like you said, what was good for one goose ain't good for the other, for the gander. It ain't. It's just real. And the other thing is, we're all made of different stuff. See, I'm made of what you're made of, because when you just talked about, hey, I called my mama, it didn't scare you to make that move. You were like, okay, so let me call my sister. I might just stay with my sister for a while.
Yeah.
But see, you're made of something different, where you weren't worried about what people thought.
No.
You weren't worried about what it's going to look like. Yeah. You weren't worried about having people to be able to say, I'm married and I have a husband and 2 dogs and a kid, and so I'm going to stay here. You weren't worried. What you were worried about is your happiness.
Yeah.
And what you were worried about is, I'm not going to exist like this for the next 10 years.
Yes.
Because I'm not going to do it.
With the transformation, I'm glad you said it that way. The transformation that happened was the space of worry about all of that, because that's how I ended up in that position.
Yes.
Was worried and was concerned to that. And then you cross over and something happens. The light comes on, you have this epiphanal moment, and you say, I am not even physically able to do things that don't make me better.
What? Wait a minute. Did y'all hear that? Y'all need to write that down, plaster it right on your mirror every morning. Say it again. I receive that.
I am not physically able to do or receive things that do not make me better. I'm not able. So at the moment that thing didn't serve me, I was able to say to him, hey man, I gotta go. God bless you. You can keep everything here in the spot or not. I'm out. I mean, when I say I love me more, love me more, then, and it doesn't mean that I don't love you, but I sure enough love me more. So I love me so much, and I love you to the extent that I want to give you the best of me, and the only way I can give you the best of me is if I love me more. That's it. And I'm okay saying that even to my children, to my dear husband, even now. My partner for life, baby, I swear I love me more. Listen, tonight, you're going to have to get your own dinner.
Yeah.
I'm tired tonight.
I'm
okay?
tired.
I'm tired.
And if you love me, you want me to preserve me. You want me to preserve me.
Absolutely.
So I'm telling you that cooking dinner tonight is going to take me over.
Yes.
So if you really want to preserve me, you better order out or something.
Not the mama. Not the mama. But it's through every part. It doesn't change just because now I'm finally with the person I'm supposed to be with. I still have to practice those. I have to practice making sure that I'm good first. Practice filtering out all that stuff that doesn't matter. I have to monitor how much I'm online. I have to monitor how often I answer the phone or check my text messages, because stuff will sneak into your psyche. And before you know it, your whole everything is off kilter. I have to practice when I get up in the morning. Don't touch your phone. Lay here and breathe and thank God for that your eyes opened. God, the day we gonna set up our day before I put my feet out on the floor. Before I turn around, God, this is what the day is going to be like. I'm learning to do that and not allowing the external, which is so, and not turning on the news to see what that dum-dum has said or done. I just,
you know, this is a practice
that
you all, if y'all listening, should adopt. I have actually just most recently adopted the same thing. And like you, Avery, I had to check myself. When I'm like, okay, God deserves our first. And like you, I roll over, checking in, but oh yeah. And I pray, but I'll be like, oh yeah, okay, I gotta pray. Wait a minute, that shouldn't be the second thing I do. It should be the first thing I do is pray and be thankful. And like you said, to focus. And that's part of self-care. Everybody, the big buzzword is self-care, and all for it. Because like you said, we get lost sometimes. We can get lost in all these roles, being there for everybody else, and we don't take care of stuff. It happens really easily.
It does.
Also, part of self-care, y'all, is spiritual self-care. Like letting God say, I see you first, because I know that I can't even begin to get through this whole day without you. I can't even begin to self-care if I don't acknowledge you, because you allow me to self-care.
That's right.
So we got to acknowledge first who even provides us with that, who will give us self-care. I most recently challenged myself, as well as my loved ones, that I decided every single day, I don't care how small it is, whatever it is I do, I'm going to make sure I do something positive and healthy for my mind, body, and soul. Whatever that is, every day, something for my mind, body, and soul.
Mind, body, and soul.
My mind, body, and soul.
That's right.
And if it means the mind just learn something new, either on the internet or Google, that feeds my mind. My body, any type of exercising, whether it's walking, learning some type of dance, doing some whatever it is. Doing something and then for my soul, something that feeds my spirit. Something, whether it's reading the word, whether it's praying, or even literally listening to some meditation music, or listen to some song, or just some music that really speaks to my spirit or my soul, that makes me feel good.
Yes.
So that's for me, that is how I self-care,
Yeah.
you know? And I,
Mhm.
like you said, it's just you, when you get up, you have to tell yourself, okay, enough phone time,
Enough.
enough whatever time,
Enough.
kid time,
Enough. Yeah, and it's so
husband time.
yeah, the whole world will keep it will be pulling on you and
Yeah.
grabbing on you and Lord have mercy.
Suck you dry.
Suck you those are called a succubus. It just get it and be draining you and the next thing I have to say I thought about prayer, and when you talk about self-care, when I think about all the people that have transitioned this year, or and the people who are in hospital beds right now or at home, and all they can think about is this connection. All they can do is pray because they are unable to. I had an auntie who just last week she was on the phone uh talking smack, talking about somebody, and this is how we, how we do, and she had a stroke the next day.
No,
My auntie is
no.
the next day, and she was one of those English teachers with the beautiful penmanship and all. She's not able to write now,
Mm-hmm.
which is frustrating for her. Her speech is trying to come back, but when I think how quickly things can change
Mm,
for all of us.
mm. Yeah, my dad died essentially from a stroke because the same thing. He was vibrant and lively, had a stroke, and it just went downhill from there. He just
Yeah,
never came back.
yeah.
And, knowing that could happen overnight, y'all, overnight. I know
Instantaneous.
people personally who've died from COVID within a couple days.
Yes.
So
Ah,
we just don't have time to waste. I look at you and I look at how your family, I so admire your family because I love how you all work together, how you all work together, how you meld your gifts together, and how you all support each other and you help each one. I mean, and I'm like, y'all are blessed to just be with a family that's full of apparently lots of gifts and talent. But the truth is that you all have found a way to incorporate it so you have work-life balance because although yes, some of us have careers which take us away, or
yeah.
you're not necessarily with your family all the time,
Mhm.
you all have been blessed to find a way to meld the two
Yeah.
together. I know, like right now, like I can't wait. You and Big Dane have started live from the studio, and so we get to see y'all work together. We get to actually be a part of that and witness
Yes.
you all, how y'all started, I guess, working together,
Yeah.
and you are nurturing each other's gifts and talents. I want you to tell us about that. And then also, you and your baby girl, your daughter. That is so inspiring to me. I have a daughter, and I'm like, I'd love to work with her in that way. I looked at your last tutorial the other day because, honey, I'm not a makeup girl. I don't know how to do makeup.
You
I've gotten
look
better with quarantine.
amazing. Do you understand? I was going to tell you, I meant to say that early, right at the
Oh,
top, how
girl,
gorgeous you are always. So I want to hear I ain't no makeup girl. You
thank you.
doing something.
Well, thank you, because trust me, this is a task for me because I don't know what I'm doing. I be in there just playing. My daughter,
Neither.
look, my daughter helps me, but lashes, I am terrible with them. So, girl, I was on your tutorial like,
And
please, Jesus,
now you
please, Jesus.
and I'm gonna do another one that we can just post because that was one of the things that if I see some lashes that's turned up like this, I can't. It make me nervous. So no, don't wear that. And y'all didn't ask me this, but I'm gonna tell you part of the reason. If you find lashes that are super flexible, you can get them to do what you need them to do, and it's easier. Sometimes we get them and they're stiff, and that's why you can't get them to obey you because they hung. But if you get them that they're flexible, and my
Girl,
lashes
that's me.
Blue
That's
Mac
me.
lashes are
Don't be talking
flexible.
about my last job. Wait a minute. Okay, so tell us about Lou Mac Beauty.
Yes.
Yes, I
So,
love it. So
so
y'all pay attention. Get your pencil and paper down, because I'm telling y'all, the makeup's amazing. I mean, y'all always, I know y'all, if y'all like me, I look at her lip all the time. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Whose lip looks that perfect all the damn time? All
I'll be
the
right. You see, I keep this with me. You talking?
time.
No,
No.
but listen, I didn't even realize how much I liked makeup. And so in short, because I'm not going to talk you out of death because I can do
No,
that.
we want to know about it.
I Lumac Beauty is named for my great grandmother. Her name was Jemima Lou Bodison Mack.
Wow.
And my great grandmother was a single mother, Pentecostal preacher, pastor of her own church,
Okay.
a landowner.
Love
But
it.
I always say she was full bosomed and had some booty, and she was just like me, but never wore a stitch of makeup, right?
Uh-huh.
And that spoke to me, that spoke to her comfort with who she was. Right? Then here I come. She was born in 1899.
Wow.
I'm born in 75. Thank God I was able to spend some time with her. But I never
Wow.
never really talked to her. I would just kind of observe her when mom would take me to the nursing home. But I say all that to say, we fast forward to me being at Spelman College, and I meet my best friend who was my god sister, and she's wearing makeup. 18 years old. I mean, she wearing it. She got lashes. She's always just, maybe not lashes, but her lip, she's always just, and I would have my little flat, little gold muted color, because I was like,
That was me.
you mean my lips are too big. I would never do it. That's what I would say.
What? Those beautiful
I
lips.
would say my lips are too big to wear bright colors.
What?
And it took my style manager and my sister, this was about, I think about 2013, 2012, 2013. My style manager said, these outfits we have are great, but you're going to have to wear some color.
I
And
know that's
so
right.
I had this bright pink color in my makeup bag. And she said, just put it on, just try it.
Thank you,
And
style manager. Thank you.
yes, her name is Luxury Brown, and she just opened a boutique.
Thank you.
Right?
We thank you.
Yes. Um, I wore it that one time and never stopped. And this year, being able to sit down and really focus on this company, in writing the story and being clear about why I was doing this, I needed to make sure it was clear that I was afraid to acknowledge, afraid of, because of all of the external tells me that what is beautiful is not this.
Yeah. The more you look black.
The blacker, do you hear me? So all that stuff on the outside says, your stretch marks aren't beautiful. If you are not this, you're not beautiful. If you're 5'3", I'm 5'3", that's not really great. You're kind of just short and kind of, when again, peeling away all that stuff, I realized that to not celebrate my beauty by wearing a bright lip, I was denying who I was. I was doing quite the opposite of honoring my great grandmother. And I made the decision in naming this company after her that I'm gonna make sure people see these full big, and I mean, if I could put them all, if I could just put this all on my face, you're gonna see me. You're going to see me. And if you don't, it's okay too. But I'm gonna see me first, and I'm gonna celebrate all of this Lou Mack in me. And I want every woman that is watching, celebrate your lineage, however
Whatever that looks like.
whatever it looks like.
That's right.
Figuratively and literally.
Yes.
All the pain, because please know that there's pain wrapped up in my lineage, and not our collective lineage. That's a different pain that we share. But that pain where my great grandmother was the second eldest girl of 16 kids, but she was the matriarch of the family. And great grandfather had another family down the street.
Wait a minute. That was a thing back then.
Oh, okay. Whole nother family.
No, that was a thing back then because my nana's daddy had the same thing back then. Girl, what was going on? Thank God that's over.
But you know, there was so much brokenness.
It was
in our well, we came from this to be ripped from your people, your home, and then dropped somewhere. Yeah. It's like we don't. Yeah. So there's a lot of figuring out for our Black men, a lot of figuring out, and you end up marrying somebody young, right? My grandmother was 15 when she got married.
Yeah,
I
think mine was 16.
Yeah, so there's a lot of immaturity in just speaking of that is happening. So there's so much growth that needs to happen, and you mesh these two. They're too young.
Yeah,
and then you wonder why. Well, why is he down the street? Because they was 25 months when they got married. They were too young.
They both were babies. Exactly.
They both were babies.
And so guess what? We're expecting that baby to make king decisions. We're expecting that baby to make queen decisions. And they barely princesses and princes. Barely.
And no, I ain't giving nobody no pass for going down the street.
No.
35 years. But what I'm saying is we get it. We get that this everything is so skewed. The basis from which we are flowing from is so unbalanced and choppy and weird and full of lack.
Yeah, it is.
Then we're supposed to grow from that. And what's so interesting is Black folks still do, even out of the muck and the mire, we still right? We still come out of it. We still create. The people falling apart during COVID. Oh, Black folks, we didn't figure. Listen, our existence has been COVID, huh? Okay. Here in this country, and we still make it. We're gonna make it through this. This ain't nothing for us.
And still I rise.
And still COVID.
I rise.
Please, this ain't nothing for us. We've been rising.
This is born out of COVID right here. Wait a minute. Hey, Sunshine is born out of COVID. Live from the studio is born out of COVID. Gray and Olive, which we're gonna talk about because girl, I need to buy some clothes too, is born out of COVID. Lou Mac is born out of COVID. Y'all, that's what we do. That's how we do. Still standing. A book is written. Books are written out of COVID.
Come on.
Virtual concerts are formed out of COVID.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
That's what we do. That's what we do. That's how we saw. And guess what else? And let's take away the external material stuff. Love, bonding with our kids, these relationships. My son would be away at college. I've spent more time with him than I have in years.
Your
family, you have been able to spend more time with you and your daughter. It's not just about the business building.
Yes.
You all are spending time.
Yes.
Doing these little lash lives. Absolutely. Doing the building your Grand Olive boutique. Y'all look that up too, please. Because the clothes are fabulous. But I'm saying
that's my style manager's boutique.
Go there. Listen, what I'm saying is that you all, this is time spent, quality time. So we even do that. It's like we like, okay, you gonna make us be in the house together 24/7? Yes, we gonna get on each other's nerves.
Absolutely.
Sure. But see how we do? At the end of the night, we hug and kiss. Good night, say I love you. And in the morning, we're gonna start anew.
Tasha, we started we started a new tradition, and again, born out of COVID, right? Me and the kids and Dana, we'd have midnight waffles. Because when this happened, everybody's just home. We don't know what we're doing. We don't know what time it is. I just got up at 3 p.m. So I'm there. So look, we would get up and have midnight waffles, and we would stay up and just talk. The very thing you're talking about, getting to know my children in such an intimate way. Being on the road did not afford me the opportunity to do that.
Yes.
Yet providing for them, absolutely, but getting to know them as young adults, you just said it.
Well, you know what else? We were so busy, and we didn't realize how busy we were. You know, we're connecting with people, and it's actually forcing us to take away the distraction of, you didn't realize maybe if you're dating somebody, or even with your husband or your children, y'all spend so much time out eating. And so so it was filtered. It was a lot of stuff, distractions to keep you from actually having to talk to each other and look in each other's eyes and actually interact, you know, or like, you know, your man or your woman, guess what? You're forced to actually have conversation, because if you don't live together, you're actually it's not convoluted with sex and eating out and spending money. Guess what? You actually have to talk. You actually have to interact. You actually have to get to know if you actually like this person, because it's not distracted by just things. Absolutely. And just the same thing with, if you live together, you're not distracted by, whoa, I'm gonna get to go to work, so my time is limited, so I can no. Can you all actually talk and interact? And with your kids, do you actually even have a relationship with your kids? Do you know what's going on with them? It's actually forcing us to pay attention.
Absolutely. Pay attention.
To pay attention.
Pay attention. Acknowledge.
Yes.
I listen, I'm telling you, I was telling somebody else, I probably said it somewhere else, 2020 is not going to get the best of me. I'm going to give it the best of me.
Okay, can we write down all this stuff, please? Can y'all
get it? Because I didn't forgot what it's. No, but it's real. I used to feel some kind of way, like somebody's always got a little quip or something cute to say, a little rhyme. But I need, the older I get, I need those little rhymes to remind me to pop up into my spirit, to remind me when I'm off the path, and to come back and say, listen, 2020 will not get the best of me. I'm going to give it the best of me every chance I get. Every chance I get. Listen, my mama is 83 years old. Woo! Downstairs now eating pizza.
Hey, mama.
And so when I think of that, she didn't get to 83 years old, still driving, do whatever she wants to do, by not giving life the best of her. So, and then if you haven't been on the website, folks, please go to our website so you can see my 83-year-old mama. Those photos we took just a couple of months ago with Derek Blanks. We were safe. We had on our masks and then we took them off. The photo.
Love his work. I love his work.
Isn't he amazing? And the MUA Alex was my makeup artist, and also
Wait a minute. Is that Alex with the blonde locks?
No.
I don't know. What Alex is? Do shout out to Alex too, y'all, because we want everybody to get the love.
I guess I could put it in here. The MUA Alex. She is, I hope this goes in right, at the MUA. She is absolutely wonderful. I call her my makeup professor.
And I want to clarify something, because I definitely want the owner of Gray and Olive to get her due justice.
Oh, wait a minute.
I want you to pump her and say exactly who owns that, because I thought that was a part of your collaboration, but we want her to get her props, because I went on there. It's beautiful.
Isn't it? Wait till you see some of these pieces. I'm just gonna, I don't want to mess it up, but her name is Sabrina Shepherd. We call her Luxury Brown, but I'm about to get this Gray Olive boutique. I'm putting it in here. So is it popping up? Do y'all see it?
We're seeing it. We're seeing it.
Boutique. Please go. And if I jack it up, I will give it to you. You can go to my page and I will make sure it's up there. But she is again, the very thing that you have done, Tasia, by sharing your space with me, she did the same thing. She was working at Ashley Stewart almost 10 years ago.
Wow.
And believe it or not, I don't shop that, but there was a time you could go into Ashley Stewart and get something that was kind of jiggy. You were like, oh, but she was working there. I think she was the manager at the time. And she was like, listen, I know who you are. I know your music. Can I just help you with some of your stuff sometimes?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, sure, because this is a pain in the ass to be trying to figure out what to wear all the time. I'm praying. I just want to sing. And that moment, again, she was so benevolent. She said, I just want to help you. And it has turned into, she's part of our family.
I love it.
So a brilliant mind, and if you can't, Great Olive Boutique. If I don't have that right, I will make sure that I put it in there right. But please support her. The same again. I appreciate, Tasia, you taking the time to allow other folks to see. It.
Absolutely.
This whole idea of still standing and the way that we. Thank you for allowing us to share our stories. And for this platform. So God
Thank you for trusting me to even be able to open up your stories, and for caring about people, to want to share your story, knowing that people need it. It's needed out here. That there's so much focus on all the negativity and all of the failures and all of the mess associated with this.
Yeah.
We gotta talk about what's going on with people, and we need to talk about these things so that we can help us to make it out.
That's
to
right.
help us to endure, to help us to cope.
Yeah.
And I feel like we can't get blessings continuously, and God continue to bless us if we are not blessing others in return.
It's the truth.
In fact, paying it forward, for me, I know that's more fulfilling. Like for me, just receiving, getting. Where's the fulfillment in that? That gets tired. You get tired of that. For me, I get fulfillment seeing other people win.
Absolutely.
So for me, I don't want to win alone. I can't be the only one winning.
Because it doesn't mean anything then, does it?
It doesn't mean anything. No. I love to see other people winning. Especially those, my loved ones, those I care about. If I love you, like I say that I love you.
That's right.
Then I not only want to see you win, I'm going to help you win.
And I'm going to celebrate it when you do win. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to tell somebody.
I'm going to celebrate it.
I'm going to do an IG about still standing and call Avery Sunshine and everybody I can get and celebrate them. And it is the truth. Something I did. I'll never forget seeing on Oprah once. God, sometimes I miss coming home after school and seeing Oprah on. Do you ever miss that? I'm sorry, I used to watch Oprah with my mom.
I do miss it. I did too. 4 o'clock, right?
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock, baby. 4 o'clock.
It'd be 4 o'clock and my mom would be frying chicken. I would do my homework. It just would be great. But I remember an episode, and she did like this. She said, if your hand is like this, or if your hand is like this, nothing can get out and nothing can get in. Right? But if it's like this, things are free to come and go. So as things go, things come, things go. That giving, and it. So when you give to me, Tasia, it just comes. It has no choice but to come back to you. When we do this, it has no choice, and that pendulum swings just like that equally. The more you give, the more it gives. It comes back to you. It is just a fact of life and the way the universe works. And the older I get, the more I want to live by that. I want to live by it. Now I'm clearly human, but I'm working on living by that. Yeah. Giving more kind words, thinking kinder thoughts, removing the judgment from myself and of others, right?
Yeah.
So that my daughter sees that, so that my daughter and my boys and my great niece and nephews see that.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, because they're watching. They're
They're
watching.
just as sure as I saw that baby. I was sitting here, Tasha. I was doing this. I got to show y'all because y'all know I gotta have the props and stuff. I was doing this, right? And the baby, she grabbed something else and she did like this, watching me. She's 15, watching me. And I said, no, don't do it like that. And she took this and watching us, modeling, doing what they see us do, right?
Watching us. They're watching, and they're not just watching our actions physically, y'all. They're
Yeah.
watching how we think.
Yes.
They're watching our decision making.
Yes.
They're watching our coping.
That's
they're
right.
watching our discernment.
Yes.
They're watching the
That's
energy
right.
that we allow. And here, the other day, I made this place full of wonderful energy because I wanted, when my kids, when they came out their room, I wanted them to feel a certain energy.
Right.
When they came out their room, I wanted them to feel this certain energy that
That's
I'm
right.
like, I set the tone. I
That's right.
set the energy.
That's right.
You said that you made your statement about you can't even physically do anything. And it reminds me of, right now, I'm at the point, Avery, where I am like, anything that disturbs my peace, if I see it coming, or I feel like you here to disturb my, I shy away from
Block it.
But let me say this. I have already decided and prayed that I want things that are going to disturb my peace to feel uncomfortable in my presence.
Ooh.
So I don't even have to get rid of them. They go away. They walk away. They avoid me. Not avoid me because of my negativity. They avoid me because of their negativity and their toxicity. They feel uncomfortable.
Exactly.
I want bad vibes, bad things, bad people, bad energy, toxic stuff to feel uncomfortable.
Absolutely.
In my presence, my energy.
That's
you know. I want to thank you so much. I don't want IG to cut us off because IG can be unforgiving and cut us off.
When the Hey Sunshine show, when I do something like this, I don't know, you got to help me. Will you come on the Hey Sunshine show and talk?
Girl, I'll be honored. Thank you.
And you'll work with me because I want to be I want to act.
Yeah, girl, wait a minute. I coach. I coach acting, man.
This is what I'm saying. So we can have like an acting class.
Yes,
you can teach
Mama,
me.
I would be honored. I would love to.
And just teach me how to.
Tell everybody about that. Tell me about Hey Sunshine. Tell us about that.
So Hey Sunshine is our platform. One, we ain't working nowhere,
girl,
and we're still creating. And how can we get that out to everybody? We find that IG and Facebook, and I'm thankful for those platforms. Yeah. It's not really set up to do what we need it to do.
Yeah.
So why not do our own thing?
That's right.
And that's what we've set up. So you can go to Hey Sunshine and see all kinds of content.
I love it.
I've got a cooking show. We've got a show with my mom.
Yes.
Watch us in the studio. And then we have one called tomorrow that we're rolling out, the Tiny Keyboard Talk. Do I have? And look, so Tasha, look. So I have my tiny keyboard. I'm going to have on some Lou Mac. And we're going to sing songs and talk about songs that we've written, songs that we love. And folks can pay us.
I can't wait.
And then they can come hang out with us. You know, if you think that, you know, you pay $60 to come see me at a show one time, over the course of a year for $60 if you want, you can get this content every month. We're releasing a live concert that we did last year soon. So just a lot of stuff on the Hey Sunshine show. So if you're looking for, go to averysunshine.com, click on that and tell somebody, come hang out with us.
And you know what, y'all, you all always talk about wanting to support artists you love and you want them to continue to produce this music.
Yeah.
Guess what? This is showing support. This is investing in the people that you love. When we talk about a village, y'all, I'm not talking about just family.
Yeah.
We are a village. I'm talking about a village as a whole.
And I'm so sorry to cut you off.
No,
I have to say this so that you know, when we talk about village and village being real and why your family is important to my family, Just hold it. Mom, I know y'all think I'm crazy, but you're gonna understand why I'm doing it. What? Don't say nothing. Mom, I was sitting there too long, Tasha. Can y'all bring it
Let's pray. Let's pray. Don't cut us off, y'all. Come on, sweet.
back? So look, let me tell you why I had to do that.
Is Mama coming soon? Because I don't want this to cut us off now.
Also, real quick, Asian Fatine helped take care of this baby, and the kids from Akil to all the kids helped to take care of this baby while she was in Philly, and they were her God family. And I want to see here she is. This is her grandmama. That's my sister Tracy, and this is Journey.
Hi, baby. Hey, Journey.
Tracy waving. That's my sister. This is Tracy. So all of the kids, that's their grandmommy. And we co-parent all of the kids again. Journey, say hi.
Hi, beautiful.
That's Asia. Yeah.
Hi, beautiful. Yes, so you know my family too.
Those are my godparents.
Hi, beautiful.
They're my godparents.
Oh my God. I know Asia's on here somewhere probably going crazy.
Hey, get this baby. So I just need, when we talk about village, it's for real.
It's for real.
It's for real. And look, here's my 83-year-old mommy. Mommy, say hi.
Hey, mommy.
That's Asian.
Okay, we sorry you're eating your pizza, mommy.
Did you eat the pizza? No, I had some.
We're going to go onto the website to see your fabulous photo shoot with Derek Blanks.
Yes.
I can't wait to see that.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Yeah.
Talking about how gorgeous you are. I'm trying to tell. I told you. She don't do makeup.
Oh, she's beautiful.
Thank you so much. So are you. Look at your beautiful family. And let me say this. You are the epitome of it takes a village, because look what you're doing.
Yeah.
You are literally living that.
Yes.
This very moment, taking care of your extended family, who is now your core family.
Yes. And my sister,
core family.
You're telling the core. I'm proud of my sister.
Absolutely.
For taking her grandchildren, and we're just here.
We're proud of you.
And make it happen.
That's
so
right. You all, please. This is what I want to say. For those of you who pray, I'm a prayer.
Yes.
I ask for you all to pray over them and pray over this, because we all are making so many adjustments with this right now, and we need prayer. We need support. We need uplift. So we ask for you all to keep them in prayer so that they can continue to thrive in this environment, and for it to continue to work, and for these children to benefit and thrive from just them being such a blessing in every way. So we just ask for prayer. So, okay. So
he said amen.
So I don't want us to get cut off, but I want to do something fun before we go, because this kind of is like this is off topic.
I know.
Love you so much.
Love you too.
Extending your heart and your story. Tell Big Dave, thank you for loaning you to us the time that we know you're supposed to be spending with your family. Thank you so much for your family and your husband for just letting us take a little chunk out of your time during your family time. You know, because I know it's important.
I know. See, we have to do this longer. But guess who just texted me? Reverend Natasha Reed Rice. She married me and Dana.
That's my namesake.
What you talking about? So you need some red lipstick for this. Y'all would let me in. Y'all would let me in. It's all right. I got a pledge.
That's my Sarah, my namesake. That's my line sister's best friend.
Are you kidding me? She married me and Dana.
What?
Twice.
What?
Yes. That's my family too.
That's my family too. Girl, we're gonna talk offline.
Yeah, we'll talk offline.
Hey Tosh. Hey Tasha. Hey Tosh.
I'm not seeing the messages. Hey everybody. So all right, look, because my messages ain't coming through. Hey everybody. Okay.
She's on there. She's showing it right now, saying, "Hey, Tosh." That's my namesake. Yes, Lord. Okay, So let's have some fun. Everybody, show her some love. Please check out Lou Mac. Please check out Hey Sunshine.
Yes.
Please check, and you'll find everything on her IG page in her bio. In her bio, you'll be able to see a link tree. We'll link you to everything, so you all can follow all this. So, okay, so I want to ask you a question. So let's have
Yeah.
a little time real quick before we go. If you were deemed a superhero just for one day, right now, what would your superpower be? And then how would you use it to impact the world? I know Asia was like, really, really?
My superpower would be being able to transport myself to places where I'm needed, where I could help somebody. Something small like an auntie is in the grocery store and she can't read she said, I left my glasses, and I would show up. Boing, and so I'll read it for you. What do you want? You want to read the ingredients? Blah 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 blah. Or somebody.
I love it.
They need to get a ride.
You know what?
I would transport myself to do small little things like that.
That's huge. No, that's good. That's huge. Well, you all, thank you so much. I want to say to everybody, join us next week for it'll be my last episode for the season. I would have finished season 1, y'all. 10 episodes.
Yeah. 10 episodes. Congratulations.
Yes, I'm going to have my co-star from Saints and Sinners, Trey Chaney. He's an actor as well as a rap artist. He is a family man. He has his page is dedicated fathers series. Mm-hmm. He is a dedicated father and dedicated husband. Super proud of his family. Brilliant. Super stellar actor, but a super dope human being. He from my hometown, the DC area. And so you all please tune in next week for the last episode of the season. Same place, same time at 7:30. And so I want to leave you all with a thought. I thought about this actually earlier today. You know, the saying is heavy is the head that wears a crown. If you are not strong enough to wear that crown, set it aside. Set it aside right now until you built up the strength to wear it. I don't want you wearing that crown with your head held down. If you know you're not doing the things in your life and right to wear it with pride and honor, set it aside. And when you're ready with that strength and that honor, proudly place that thing on your head and wear it so that you can be the example to other upcoming queens and kings on what they should expect from themselves to wear that crown. Okay. Thank you everybody so much for joining, guys. Thank you, Avery, for coming on here. And I can't wait to come on Hey Sunshine.
Just wait, and we're gonna have an acting class. Class.
And I'm gonna have call my name lip on when I come on.
I'm holding on. I have on all in my head that I need everybody to go buy now because I got to restock. But here's your call my name right here.
I'll have that on when I come on your show. Okay, mark my words. All right, y'all. Thank you.
Bye, family.
Good night.